Oh, wow, look at us. We have camera angles now.
Whoa.
Whoa. I
Dutch
got
angles.
hoes.
All angles. This motherfucker chooses Dutch.
Bitch,
Can't.
excuse me. I am not Wes Craven over here, okay?
What's Craven and what? What was that? Scream 3? Or Scream
He
2?
did that in the first one. Let's not like.
Okay, but it actually worked in the first one. We're not talking about Scream.
Whoa. Wow. Controversial opinions over here. You like Scream?
I like the first one. That's pretty good.
You know, I don't actually think Scream 2 is that bad.
It's not
I think it's
awful.
just okay.
It's just mid.
Compared to Scream 3, is Scream 3, I mean, okay, the thing about Scream, we're talking about Scream
Why are
now.
we talking about Scream? We're saving that for a different day.
I mean, you could say that we need to scratch this and talk about that.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So we're reviewing Michelle's After Dinner We Talk Dreams. I don't know if it's.
That was the weirdest transition ever.
We're talking about it. I got the beautiful blue vinyl.
And I have the track list right in front. I mean, you
got
also
it.
have it on your vinyl, I suppose.
It's right behind me. Yeah, it's right behind on the other side. Before we start, I love the cover art so much more than
Yeah.
Heat Waves. I think Heat Waves is fine for what it is, but
It's pretty good.
I love that they commissioned an artist to make this.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that actually shows. It looks pretty good.
Mm. I think they have the original just sitting somewhere. I don't know where they have it.
Whereas, like, Heat Waves, I think, just kind of looks like a bunch of pictures compiled together. And no disrespect to that first one.
I got
Yeah, go ahead and
Boom.
get that out.
Yeah, it's kind of like a mix of, photos they took, because both albums are in a sense just about a bunch of kids living in New York, living their lives, as best they can, with like a 2-year gap in between. Heatwave came out in 2018 as an EP that was released as an album in 2020.
Well, I
And
mean,
After Dinner We Talk Dreams came out this year.
that could get into a very interesting argument because there are plenty of albums that are like, in the 30-minute mark. So what technically substitutes as an album can be 30 minutes, even though like it's argued that there's plenty of EPs that came out back in the day that are about the same length anyways. It also depends how many tracks there are on the album. Like Heatwave,
I think has the same amount of tracks. Let's see.
yeah, has
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
so like
10.
yeah,
This one has.
I think 10 actually substitutes as an album, but I will put that on the screen if that's incorrect. I'll have to
14
double
tracks.
check.
This has 4 more tracks than Heatwave.
Ooh,
So,
very
yeah,
fancy.
a lot more.
So you're more educated than Michelle. I want you to have the floor. Let the audience know who's Michelle, who are they to you, and all that good stuff.
Who are they?
Yeah, I was about
it's
to say
kind
mic
of-
up.
A group that a friend of mine introduced me to. I think the first song I ever listened to was Unbound, which became like one of my favorites. It became one of my favorite songs, and then I noticed, oh hey, they got a singular album, so let me listen to it. Oh my god, I was so about them, and I loved the singles. FYO is a single that I haven't listened to all that much. It's good though. We probably should talk about it at some point, but yeah.
Wait,
Sunrise is also one of my. That one also didn't make the album. FYO did not make the album.
okay, I think because I think they did a remix with a band called Chi. I think is their name.
Chai.
Or Chaya.
No, just
Yeah,
Chai.
because I had found them randomly, and I thought they were pretty cool. They're like this weird, like rock punk kind of like pop band.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty cool.
They
actually.
do a lot of interesting remixes and collaborations. Isa Reyes, who is on both albums, she always just does a track with them, and it always ends up.
Yeah,
being
that was interesting to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go in order with the first song, "Mess You Made." This is, I think, the second single that came out for this album, and oh my god, it's so good. I was kind of taken aback when I heard the different instrumentations for this. Like, it's a pop album. Like, both of them are pop albums, but they all have each song just feels super unique, and they kind of don't feel like they were written around the same time. And they've even admitted to this. Like,
Oh, that's fine. I have no problem with that.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
You can tell, like, throughout time, there's just different styles. Like, you can kind of figure out when they were still kind of off Heatwave, like just a little bit off Heatwave, and still experimenting with their different styles to like near the end of the production.
That's
of this album.
very interesting that you would say that, because when I listened to this whole album, at no point did I think, oh, this sounds like. I thought like the production was way higher. All the way through.
I can tell it's higher too, but there's moments where I'm like, I can see moments of Heatwave on this.
I mean, I guess, but we'll get into that track later. I don't want to get into that right now. But the second one,
Expiration Date. This became one of my favorite songs. I think this is the third single that came out for this album, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, you don't look at me. You're the Michelle expert here.
Sorry.
I don't know.
But yeah, yeah.
I did listen to it, but like I'm not like a super fan like you are over here.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm not dissing you.
Expiration Date. This one became another one of my favorite songs. I absolutely love this song so much. It's cute.
Yeah, that's what most of this review is going to chalk down to. Man, I really love this sound.
It's cute. I love the lyrics.
I do have like criticism for a track later, but you know what? I think we'll agree with that later on.
It's kind of like I mean, the vibe very much is, oh, you know, we have our time together, but who knows how long this is going to last. You know.
Oh yeah.
Kind of the double entendre, expiration date. Yeah.
Pose.
This was the last single that came out for the album. It's weird that the first 4 tracks were the singles, and everything else is just, you know, little bonus stuff, you know, for the main album.
Yeah, I didn't know that actually.
Pose is really good, and I haven't seen the music video, but there's a lot of production behind it because they just went into the New York subways, put a green screen up there. No, not green screen, like a. Yeah, I guess a green screen.
Yeah, green screen.
And just kind of, you know, filmed it. They filmed a lot of it on a skateboard, too. Like, you know, the cameraman was on a skateboard filming.
Damn, okay, yeah, because I've listened to the album quite a bunch because it's very short.
Mm-hmm.
I've not watched the music videos.
Under
except
40 minutes. I think Unbound and the Mango...
Does Syncopate have one? I don't know.
I don't remember. I think they have, like, a lyric video. I think that's it.
Okay, yeah, I was trying to remember. I couldn't remember. I think I actually have seen... at least one of the music videos out of context on like TikTok or something.
I think it might have been the Mango one. The Mango one where they were all in what is it? They were all in quarantine. Yeah.
Wow, they were all in quarantine.
Yeah.
Good to know that Michelle respects quarantines.
Yeah, they did. I think they collectively just recorded a few little segments for Mango, and then I think they brought it all together. I can't remember too well. But yeah, Syncopate, the first single that dropped for this album, and
I know you were bitching about it, and you were telling me, "Man, it's so good."
Dude, Michelle,
it's
I was
great.
excited. It was.
It's awesome.
It is great.
You're like, "Oh, it's awesome," and I'm over here just listening to Unbound, like, I'm sure it is. And then I listen to the song, and I'm like, "Fuck you for being right."
I can't stop for
more than a minute.
It's so good. Oh my god.
Why does it like oddly feel like it could go on Radio Disney, but also like it's not trying to appeal to that crowd specifically?
It really isn't. It's just trying to be a really, really well written pop song. When I heard this song, I'm like, oh, they've evolved since Heatwave came out.
I mean, they straight up went from going to I'm gonna be in Chipotle to I'm gonna be in Taco Bell. That was a joke, everybody. Okay, calm down.
Oh god, this Syncopate. It's one of my favorite songs. Again, I think it became somewhere up in my higher chart songs for last year because it dropped last year.
Did it really? Yeah, no. You're right. No, I just had to remember.
It dropped last year because the album was supposed to come out in January, but they pushed it to March. I don't know the reason behind that, but I'm here for it. I didn't mind waiting another 2 months just to hear this album. So
it could have easily just been that they needed more time.
I'm okay.
That's
with
really all it was.
And I'm okay with that.
Or maybe they had no signal.
No signal. Issa Rae is fucking shit up again. I
keep thinking that that's Issa Rae that's gonna come out by accident.
It might be Issa.
It's not Issa Rae because it's spelled differently. I think her name actually is spelled with 2 S's.
I mean, her name is Isabella, so you could be right.
It's definitely not Issa Rae from. I'm blanking on what show it was. Insecure. Yeah. No, it's definitely not her from Insecure because Issa Rae is, well, any music that she did do specifically that she talks about in the show was rap, and I'm pretty sure that there's no rap in this song, period.
No, this song is so good. I love the instrumentation from the guitar, the backing drums and snap. It's so good. No signal. I need a minute. It's so good.
I mean, what's really nice about this album up until this point is it feels like you're kind of just coasting in California with them.
The thing
just relaxing.
The thing is, they don't make you feel like you're in California. They try to like.
Well, I'm not saying them specifically. It's the music itself.
Like you feel like you're
making me feel like it.
Yeah.
You know. And I'm just using California as an example. They're not,
All New York, baby. No Jersey up in this. Hell no.
I just have kind of an interesting time of picturing this in New York, but I guess, it can be pictured anywhere,
sense.
really.
No, they try to specifically make it about New York, especially like 225. That is the most like New York. That's not on this album. That's on the last album. But that one's so specifically about New York. Like you can, like, if you listen to it, like, oh yeah, this is totally about New York. But yeah.
Well, I mean, it's 50-50.
No, I was talking to myself. You missed it.
No, it's oh, you're right.
Talking to myself. Oh, this is again really, really good. I'm sorry.
I was about to quote the Weeknd song, but wait, that's feeling myself. I can't feel my face
And I'm
with you.
No,
But I literally won a Kid Choice. But can we just point out that the Weeknd won a Kid's Choice Award song for talking about Blow?
That's always so funny. He even referenced that on Starboy. I don't remember what track though.
I don't recall what track name that is, but I'll throw it up there. But yeah, talking to myself. Jinx.
So good. So good.
I mean, now I'm talking to myself because this track is so good. Yeah.
But 50-50.
50-50.
A lot of this is just, it's so good. The production, again, is really shining through that, you can tell they're evolving. But
I mean, I'm glad Atlantic gave them more money so that they can make better music.
Yeah.
No, I'm not just singing Heat Waves. Let's calm down.
Heat Wave is still really good. I think the best production highlight is 225 for me personally. I love 225.
Yeah, that, like, when I listened to it the first time, that, like, came out of nowhere. I was like,
I want to pay 225 so high. But yeah, Looking Glass.
Yeah, Looking Glass. Wow, I didn't know Alice in Wonderland was going to make an appearance here.
Nah, but man, really good. And obviously, you can kind of figure out.
I wish there was more I could say, like,
honestly.
Because like, it has a summery vibe, but that's, like, throughout the whole album.
Honestly.
And, like, they're not repeating themselves when they do it. They're kind of mixing it up a little bit, with certain instrumentations.
It's wild that this album kind of makes me want to move out to New York, but, like, I hear horror stories about New York, so I'm like,
I mean, if you want to get into that conversation, you're going to hear horror stories no matter where you go.
This is true.
You're going to hear horror stories about Antioch, where we live, so... Also, we're not doxing ourselves,
Bro, I just put my address out there. I own all of this place.
Whoa, we're at 1235 Candy Lane. Could you imagine there's actually an address called Antioch?
Like
1234 Candy Lane. And somebody comes there.
Imagine it's Antioch, California.
Yeah, always websites, when I put in Antioch, they always go to California.
California's first. LA, baby.
They're like, oh, so you want to get this movie? You're in California, right? No.
Me freezing my ass off? Hell no.
No.
Yeah. End of the World. I kind of had a bigger problem with this initially, but as I've listened to it more and more, it's definitely grown on me. I love this track.
I definitely want to point out that this is the one moment in the album where I was caught off guard because I can't really fully tell if they're serious on this track or not.
I think they are.
Most certainly with the instrumentation, they were definitely taking it seriously.
Yeah.
It's just the lyrics, like, I want to fuck me like 2K, fuck me like the end of the world. You gotta understand how silly that kind of sounds the first listen through.
I think so, but like, I think you definitely pointed it out. Like, oh yeah, we're in the middle of the pandemic,
Right, because they probably wrote. Yeah,
a lot of this was written like.
It still applies now. Mm-hmm. Sorry for people who think this is actually magically over. Rant over.
Just because the mask mandate's lifted, don't mean.
Yeah, we already had this problem happen, and then cases went down, cases went back up. Oh, sorry if you didn't want grim podcasts or pandemic takes on this podcast. That's kind of going to happen. But yeah, End of the World. It's not a bad track. No. It's not like bad. It's not like silly. It's not like they're clicking the keyboard randomly and making a bad song.
No.
It's well made.
It just kind of, don't get me wrong. It kind of throws you off for the first loop because if you're not expecting them to, go like this, I feel like I should have expected it, especially with like Syncopate. When it's my body, I need you in it. I probably should have expected something more.
What do you like? Yeah, they were totally teasing this kind of stuff. Unbound, they were like kind of like easing into it.
Oh yeah.
And then the next track is like kind of upping it a little here.
FYO. Yeah, I can tell. I can tell the style was gonna be different when we got FYO out as a single. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I know this. I know exactly what's gonna happen.
You know, the most jarring thing for me wasn't even the fact that they were saying the word fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's so funny that you have something else separately than I have. Like, I just thought it was silly that they were saying fuck me, like, it's the end of the world. I had no problem with them saying the word fuck because, like, that's, you know, rant again. So many people say the word fuck. It really doesn't mean anything at this point.
True. I know. I just never, because, like, I don't think there's at max, I think there's maybe one explicit song on Heatwave. And it's not even, you know, that bad of a word.
Yeah, like, for sure.
They mentioned how the New York subway smelled like trash and piss. And I'm like, yeah, it kind of.
And some people would argue that so many, like, kids movies say piss. So, like, I mean, not like modern ones,
so
but
did
like
Regular Show. Regular Show said it.
Yeah, but Regular Show was like
you pissed me off.
You know the story behind Regular Show, right? Because like originally that was supposed to go to Adult Swim, from what I read.
Oh, is that why we got close enough on Adult Swim?
I think so, because I think now I could be so incorrect on this one, but I do think that the animators at least had interest in working in Adult Swim at least. Mm-hmm. And I think maybe they turned down the idea of Regular Show going to like an adult network. And you know, it's so sad the story behind Close Enough, but like, you know, at least it made its way to HBO Max. So
it was in production hell for the longest time.
I know Jason Mantzoukas, who's the character on there, was very pissed off about, like, you know, the show was finished. They did all their lines, and TBS said that they were going to pick it up. And then they just never aired it. I think what the problem was is because of how graphic some of the stuff is, they weren't allowed to show it on TV. But they were desperately trying to get it on the air. And then they were trying to throw it around to certain networks. And, like, then everybody wanted to buy this damn show. But, you know, the creators just didn't want to, like, you know. All right, let's get back on topic here, you know.
Fire Escape. Oh, my God. The guitar on this is so good,
so
man.
Heavenly. So good.
Honest to God, the production is 10 out of 10 on all of these songs, honestly. I feel like that's probably like 3/4 of the review right there.
I don't really have, you know, obviously, you know, the lyrics are cool.
Oh, yeah.
And we already said our criticism on the one song that we had.
Lila in the Hazards.
I was almost pulled you. Hazard lights on, please.
I almost pulled you. Hazards.
Oh. Hazard lights on.
It's so good.
That is definitely a standout one for me because I was like, ooh, yeah, I'm like kind of vibing here. Hazards on, hazards on.
Hazards on, hazards on. This one definitely has more of a hip hop influence in terms of the production.
Fine.
And I'm no problem with that. On board with it. When I heard it, I'm like,
I guess that
my God, are they gonna be spitting shit? And like, no, it's still their unique style of pop, and their lyrics are still, you know, beautiful. And the fact, you know, I was really kind of taken aback, like, oh yeah, they can kind of make whatever beat they want because like all of them play different instruments and do different things because it's like 6 people, and it's like a band. Not like your traditional band, you know, oh, you got drums, snares, and shit.
Bass, hit it.
Bass, guitar, and then the one lead singer. No, they all just play different instruments, different synthesizers, guitars, basses, pianos. They do a lot of things, and I'm okay with the fact that, you know, they can branch out into different styles and make it work.
Bass, drums, I'm feeling numb. What's up, hun? All right.
Now it's Lila and the Rocket.
Lila and the Rocket.
This one's really good. I think this is just a really cute song. I also love it that they named it after one of the band members.
Oh, that's sweet. That's adorable. I like that
really,
actually.
It is really cute. Yeah, Lila. She's a really good background vocalist, and I think she does a bit of the writing and the production.
That's what I was gonna ask you because I don't know who's singing on what song. Actually,
I know the main singers are. Oh my God, Lila and because I know Charlie and Julian do both of the production. Okay. The 2 male the two male ones do the production. All the females
I think one of them was on Unbound, correct? Or is that wrong?
I think they're all on Unbound.
Okay.
They're all on Unbound.
I couldn't tell.
Doing their own thing.
I couldn't tell. Well, with some of the background vocals, I could tell that they're all there for sure.
Yeah, Sophia is another one of the singers. I think Emma is another one. I can't. I'll have to look again. Picture them. There's 6 members, and I think they've had a few guest producers.
Ooh, guest producers.
Yeah, a lot of their friends help produce as well. So which is adorable.
Oh, yeah, that's because they're paced out and phased out.
Spaced out and phased out. Oh my god, I love it. It's beautiful. It's cute. It's amazing. Production's good. Writing's good. What else can I really say?
I feel like we're just gonna basically say that for my friends,
My friend. Okay, I'd love.
Oh, you have something to say?
I have
wow.
more additional words. Whoa. But I love.
Let's give you more camera time, sir. What do you have to say?
But what I do love, every time they end an album, it's just a highlight for me because they just put their whole production value into the end track, and it's written beautifully. And this is where you get the title of the track, no, the title of the whole album. After dinner, we talk dreams because they just kind of say it, and I'm like, oh my god, they said the thing.
They said the thing.
I'm like, oh my god, it's so good. It's really really good. 225, and my friends are always, I always love it when like the last track is an absolute banger. It's amazing. It always makes me feel happy.
I mean, I thought the whole album itself was a banger. Even that one track, End of the World, I thought too as well.
I thought it was a little goofy at first, but the fact that it stuck with me and grew on me, I'm like, yeah, I love it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think the vibe is the vibe. Okay, the vibe of the track, the instrumentation, and all that. I was completely fine with that. I thought that was awesome. Mm-hmm. And then I hear, "Fuck me like that." Yeah. I'm like, well, that's a little. But the more that I went on, yes, I definitely liked it more. For
I
sure.
love how I like how it's just a skit of them in like New York during New Year's, at the absolute end. Like, oh yeah, I forgot. They live in New York, huh?
Like just like that.
There's always little reminders like that. I do want to bring up something a little on the sad side.
All right. Oh.
One of the guest producers did pass away, I think, a few months back. Their name was Rix. They did a lot of the production for the newer album, and Heatwave. They're credited specifically for. It's on here. I literally just had it. Rix did Summer. I think that's the only one they. No, and Mango. But yeah, it was really depressing hearing about that. They were all really close. It is sad. They basically were like a part of the band, pretty much.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
It is.
That sucks.
It is depressing, but I am happy they were able to still have a lot of time and memories with them. Make some beautiful music. So
Absolutely.
Rest in peace, Rix.
Absolutely.
And with that,
we better get out of here because they're starting to turn on the blow dryers out there.
Fucking leaf blowers. But yeah, we just wrapped up perfectly.
So is there anywhere? Come on, it's somewhere. Can they find you anywhere?
Not yet.
Are you somewhere?
It's weird that I made.
Are you in a place?
No.
No. Okay. All right. You'll just be here in the corner. Oh, I'm talking over you. Sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, that was
nice.
Yeah.
All right. Wouldn't it suck if we just recorded this all over again in the audio?
Please.
We've had I just want to preference why everybody that we have not had episodes out because I keep putting in the mic in OBS and it doesn't fucking work for some reason.
You're struggling.
And I hope this time.
This is kind of why
I re-downloaded it.
This is kind of why we've been doing a lot of shorter episodes, just kind of in case. Or is it just by?
Well, no, it's just that's just how long they happen to go.
Oh.
That's really. Well, I'm not like putting a timer on us.
I know.
We could go for an hour if we wanted to, if the topic was good enough.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit, But yeah.
Next time on this, we're gonna be talking about Kanye West.
Are we really?
No.
Is that?
No, just his tweets.
I don't want to do that. That's boring.
Just his tweets.
I don't even know if I actually genuinely want to listen to him anymore. I don't know.
We're just going to go through Kanye West's archive tweets and do a commentary track for 3 hours.
But I really don't want to do that.
It'd be good. I'm kidding. No, it would suck.
No, next episode we're going to do a commentary of Ancient Aliens.
Please.
Oh,
Please.
I was kidding. I don't actually want to do that.
Please.
Why?
It would be so
do
stupid.
you want to do a commentary track?
Because that documentary is so fucking stupid.
Oh my god.
It would be great. It would be, dude. That has more seasons than I think. Oh fuck, SpongeBob.
Who gives a shit? But okay. All right.
It's been out shorter, and there's more seasons of it than SpongeBob.
All right. You can find me on Twitch on Steadily Medley. You can find me on Facebook, Andrew You can find me everywhere. Hey, we got a Patreon coming soon. You know, you'll get all the good stuff down there when we get there. But yeah, that's all. You know.
Yeah, that was all.
Andrew out. I'm not actually gonna drop the microphone. I don't want that noise to go through.
Go through the process of having to cut that audio.
I'm literally about to hit the end button. You're like, wait a minute. I got more to say.
Well, I'm a peanut bar, and I'm here to say,
okay.
Checks will be delivered on another
Jim
day.
Rash is gonna sue us. I'm done.
Jim Rash is coming for our paychecks.